But the good news is there's something we can do about it, just as eliminating the exotic animal trade in live animal markets may go a long way towards preventing the next coronavirus pandemic. Reforming the way we raise domestic animals for food may help forestall the next killer flu. We got off easy in the last pandemic. Swine flu only triggered a Category 1 pandemic in 2009, but it did show a new origin point for pandemic viruses: pork production. It was like epidemiological blowback from our globalization of these intensive confinement conditions. And the unprecedented emergence of H5N1 and 10 other new bird flu viruses infecting humans around the world has been blamed on industrial poultry production. When we overcrowd thousands of these animals in these cramped, filthy football field-sized sheds to lie beak to beak or snout to snout atop their own waste, it's just a breeding ground for a disease. It's the sheer numbers of animals, the overcrowding, the stress crippling their immune systems, the ammonia from the decomposing waste burning their lungs, lack of fresh air, lack of sunlight. Put all these factors together and what you have is kind of a perfect storm environment for the emergence and spread of these so-called super strains of influenza. That's why the United Nations has urged that governments, local authorities, and international agencies need to take a greatly increased role in combating the role of what they call factory farming, which combined with these live animal markets provide what they call quote unquote ideal conditions for the flu virus to spread and mutate into a more dangerous form, unquote. The H5N1 virus started out like all bird flu viruses as harmless waterborne intestinal infections of waterfowl, but only gained airborne transmission and a ramping up of extreme virulence within massive intensive poultry production. Perhaps only a change as great as 10 million bird megafarms could account for the dramatic series of mutations sufficient to create such a predatory virus. According to the CDC, the leading candidate for the next pandemic after COVID-19 is a bird flu virus known as H7N9, which is 100 times deadlier than COVID-19. Instead of 1 in 250 cases dying, H7N9 has killed 40% of the people it's infected.